Recorded Books and One Click Digital present Into Dust by B.J. Daniels. Narrated by Graham Winton. Chapter 1. The cemetery seemed unusually quiet. Jack Durand paused on the narrow walkway to glance toward the Houston skyline. He never came to Houston without stopping by his mother's grave. He liked to think of his mother here in this beautiful, peaceful place. And he always brought flowers. Today he brought her favorite, daisies. He breathed in the sweet scent of freshly mown lawn as he moved through shafts of sunlight, fingering their way down through the huge oak trees. Long shadows fell across the path, offering a breath of cooler air. Fortunately, the summer day wasn't hot, and the walk felt good after the long drive in from the ranch. The silent gravestones and statues gleamed in the sun. His favorites were the angels. He liked the idea of all the angels here watching over his mother, he thought, as he passed the small lake ringed with trees and followed the wide bend of Bray's Bayou situated along one side of the property. A flock of ducks took flight, flapping wildly and sending water droplets into the air. He'd taken the long way because he needed to relax. He knew it was silly, but he didn't want to visit his mother upset. He'd promised her on her deathbed that he would try harder to get along with his father. Ahead he saw movement near his mother's grave and slowed. A man wearing a dark suit stood next to the angel statue that watched over her final resting place. The man wasn't looking at the grave or the angel. Instead, he appeared to simply be waiting impatiently. As he turned, with a start, Jack recognized his father. He thought he had to be mistaken at first. Tom Durand had made a point of telling him he would be in Los Angeles the next few days. Had his father's plans changed? Surely he would have no reason to lie about it. Until recently, that his father might have lied would never have occurred to him. But things had been strained between them since Jack had told him he wouldn't be taking over the family business. It wasn't just seeing his father here when he should have been in Los Angeles. It was seeing him in this cemetery. He knew for a fact that his father hadn't been here since the funeral. "I don't like cemeteries," he told his son when Jack had asked why he didn't visit his dead wife. "Anyway, what's the point? She's gone." Jack felt close to his mother near her grave. "It's a sign of respect." His father had shaken his head, clearly displeased with the conversation. "We all mourn in our own ways. I like to remember your mother my own way. So lay off, okay?" So why the change of heart? Not that Jack wasn't glad to see it. He knew that his parents had loved each other. Kate Durand had been sweet and loving, the perfect match for Tom, who was a distant workaholic. Jack was debating joining him, or leaving him to have this time alone with his wife, when he saw another man approaching his father. He quickly stepped behind a monument. Jack was far enough away that he didn't recognize the man right away. But while he couldn't see the man's face clearly from this distance, he recognized the man's limp. Jack had seen him coming out of the family import-export business office one night after hours. He'd asked his father about him and been told Ed Erdahl worked on the docks. Now he frowned as he considered why either of the men was here. His father hadn't looked at his wife's grave even once. Instead, he seemed to be in the middle of an intense conversation with Ed. The conversation ended abruptly when his father reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a thick envelope and handed it to the man. He watched in astonishment as Ed pulled a wad of money from the envelope and proceeded to count it. Even from where he stood, Jack could tell that the gesture irritated his father. Tom Durand expected everyone to take what he said or did as the gospel. Ed finished counting the money, put it back in the envelope, and stuffed it into his jacket pocket. His father seemed to be giving Ed orders. Then, looking around as if worried they might have been seen, Tom Durand turned and walked away toward an exit on the other side of the cemetery, the one farthest from the reception building. He didn't even give a backward glance to his wife's grave, nor had he left any flowers for her. Clearly, his reason for being here had nothing to do with Kate Durand. Jack was too stunned to move for a moment. What had that exchange been about? Nothing legal, he thought. A hard knot formed in his stomach.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?